evening, the sacred threshold of the soul. Hello, friend of karmic affinity. When the sunset fades and the noise of the outside world gradually subsides, it is the signal that a long day has truly closed. Try listening to the space around you right now. The steady whir of the fan, the sound of traffic fading beyond the window frame, and the foam finally resting still on the table. But has your mind truly rested yet? Or is this the moment when the reels of today's film begin to rewind in your head? Regrets, unfinished worries, and invisible pressures. My dear friend, evening is not just time for sleep. It is a sacred threshold, connecting what is past and what has not yet come. Words of mindfulness at this time are the most miraculous healing medicine. So I want to ask you a sincere question. Tonight, what do you intend to bring into your sleep, gentle peace? Gwynnie. Or the entire burden of an imperfect day? Let the following reminders help you cleanse your soul for a deep sleep and a serene morning awakening. Before we enter those 6 reminders, take a moment to prepare your body and mind. You do not need to try to do anything. Right here, take a deep breath. Bring your attention to your tense shoulders, and, as you exhale, allow your jaw to soften, your eyes to close gently, and your whole body to relax. Tonight, we are not learning any heavy lessons. There are only 6 gentle sentences, like 6 seeds of peace, for you to sow into your consciousness before sinking into a good sleep. Reminder 1. Today is complete. The first reminder, and also the most important foundation for your mind to be allowed to rest, is today is complete. My dear friend, when laying our backs on the bed, our brains often tend to automatically rewind unfinished scenes. We remember petty mistakes, incomplete tasks, or a slip of the tongue that offended someone. The mind craves perfection, so it clings to the recent past to torment, making you feel you weren't good enough, didn't try enough. But look deep into the law of impermanence. The sun has set, darkness has covered all, and the door of time for today has truly closed. What happened, whether good or bad, is now no longer under your control. If you keep trying to hold on to it, you are only hugging an invisible burden into your sleep. Let's perform a small visualization together. Imagine you are gently gathering all the events of the day, the joys, the sorrows, and the unfinished things. Place them all into a beautiful memory box. Then, slowly close the lid. You hear a soft click as the lock fastens, signaling that everything is packed away. You place that box on the shelf of time and smile at it. Right now, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine you are shedding the entire weight of that box from your chest. Whisper to yourself, "Today is complete. I allow myself to let go of everything to rest." When you accept the end of today, peace will automatically open the way for tomorrow to arrive. Reminder 2. I am grateful for the gifts of today. After clearing the mind of the remnants of the past, now is the time to fill that space with a sweeter and warmer energy. The second reminder is, I am grateful for the gifts of today. My dear friend, at the end of the day, the mind tends to focus on what it hasn't done, on what it lacks. That very sense of lack is the root of insecurity. But if you look closely, today has generously given you so many small gifts that sometimes, due to haste, we inadvertently missed. It could be a hot meal, a glass of cool water, a stranger's smile, or simply the blue sky above. In Buddhism, gratitude is a form of mindfulness of the heart. When you recognize the presence of good things, however small, your soul automatically shifts from a state of demanding to a state of fullness. Right now, I invite you to silently name in your head the 3 simplest gifts you received today. What is the first gift, the second gift, and the third gift? Take a deep breath, feeling as if you were receiving a blessing into your chest. And as you exhale, send out a sincere thank you. Inhale, blessing. Exhale, gratitude. When you sink into sleep with a heart full of gratitude, you are sowing the most peaceful seeds for your dreams. You have enough, and you are loved. Reminder 3, I forgive myself and others. After filling our hearts with gratitude, we need to take a deeper cleansing step, detoxifying the heart with forgiveness. The third reminder, I forgive myself and others. My dear friend, perhaps today, or in old days, there were things that hurt you, people who upset you, and the natural reaction is to hold tight to that resentment while going to sleep. But the Buddha gave a classic teaching. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Tonight, put that coal down. Do not let it burn your precious sleep. And the first person you need to forgive is none other than yourself. We are often the harshest judges of ourselves. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, I forgive me. Forgive the times I wasn't strong enough. Forgive the clumsy words. Forgive the unfulfilled desires. Understand that at that moment, with that understanding, you did your best. You are learning and growing. Next, extend that compassion to those who hurt you. Forgiveness here does not mean you agree with their wrong actions, nor does it mean erasing all memories. Forgiveness is an act of wisdom, to cut the rope of suffering that binds you to them. Think of someone you are angry with and say in your mind, I choose peace. Tonight, I set you free from my mind. When you raise the thought of forgiveness, you are freeing yourself. You are no longer a victim of the past. Your heart is washed clean of resentment, becoming light and clear. That is the golden key to opening the door to a peaceful, dreamless sleep. Reminder 4, I have practiced to the best of my ability. When the burden of blame has been shed, I invite you to look back at yourself with eyes of recognition and love. The fourth reminder is, I have practiced to the best of my ability. Often at the end of the day, a harsh voice inside us speaks up. I didn't do well enough today. I lost my temper again. Or, I am so incompetent. We compare ourselves to some distant standard of perfection and hurt ourselves. But my dear friend, please put down that ruler of perfection. In the eyes of the enlightened ones, cultivation is a long journey, not a test where you must score perfectly immediately. Imagine a toddler learning to walk. That baby will wobble and fall countless times before standing firm. Do we ever scold the child for falling? No. We cherish every clumsy step. We clap to encourage every time the child tries to stand up. Your soul is also on a journey of learning to walk like that, on the path of wisdom and love. You deserve that exact same tolerance. Do not look only at what you haven't done. Look at the silent efforts no one sees. The moment you chose silence instead of uttering harsh words, the moment you paused to breathe instead of exploding out of habit, Those are incredibly precious steps. Right now, recall a small moment in the day when you chose kindness or patience. Smile at it and whisper to yourself, "Today, I have practiced the best of my ability." That is enough. Rest assured and sleep well in that belief. Reminder 5. Everything changes, and that is normal. When the mind has anchored in self-acceptance, let us open our eyes to receive another great truth of the universe. The 5th reminder: everything changes, and that is completely normal. My dear friend, we often feel insecure and afraid when life fluctuates. We want joy to stay forever. We fear sadness will last indefinitely. But the true nature of this life is impermanence. Nothing stands still. Joy comes and goes. Sadness arises and will also dissolve. Success or failure, meeting or parting, all follow the natural law of coming and going, like the 4 seasons of spring, summer, autumn, and winter. When you understand and accept impermanence, a giant burden will be lifted from your shoulders. You will no longer be terrified of tomorrow's changes. You understand that no matter how difficult tomorrow is, it will not last forever. Tonight, if there is still a ripple of anxiety about the future in your heart, look at it like a cloud passing through the sky of consciousness. The sky is vast and silent, while clouds just come and go, gather and disperse. Do not chase the clouds. Anchor yourself as the sky. Close your eyes. Observe that worry and say, "I see you. You come and you will go. I let you pass." Trust the flow and let your soul rest in this absolute serenity. Reminder 6. May all beings be well, peaceful, and free. We have reached the final reminder, also the most beautiful and resonant note to close the evening symphony. The 6th reminder: may all beings be well, peaceful, and free. My dear friend, true peace is not just silence in a private oasis, but a vibration in harmony with all species. Tonight, before sinking into sleep, practice sending out wholesome thoughts. Metta. Start with yourself, the one who needs love the most. Do not think it selfish, for you must be full to share. Place your hand on your heart and silently pray. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be free. Then, think of the loved ones sleeping under the same roof or far away, sending them the warmth of protection. May you be peaceful. And now, try a brave step of the soul. Think of even those who have hurt you, people you find difficult. Try sending them a little peaceful energy, not because they deserve it or not, but because you understand that deep inside, they are also struggling and suffering. Finally, cast the gaze of your mind further. Imagine this entire earth enveloped in a gentle light. Whisper this great prayer: may all beings, large or small, near or far, be well, peaceful, and free. When you enter sleep with a heart full of love, no nightmare can invade. You will sleep deeply in the arms of the universe. My dear friend, the 6 reminders just now are 6 wholesome seeds you have just sown into the fertile soil of your consciousness with your own hands. Trust that in the silence of tonight's sleep, they will be watered to bloom into flowers of peace and wisdom when dawn breaks. Remember that every night is a complete closure, so that tomorrow will be a completely fresh beginning. If you have walked with me to these final moments, perform a small ritual to anchor the energy. Leave a comment below the video with a gentle mantra. Tonight, I release. When you write those words, you are officially closing the door of today in absolute relief. Do not forget to press the subscribe button so we can continue to find stillness together in future videos. Wishing you a sleep that is very good, very deep, and filled with beautiful dreams. Goodbye, and see you again.